Hello, it is Jay back with a vocal study video, and for this I've decided to go back to Darren McStay and his series of videos, which are very much on he has some kind of inspirational videos and stuff like that, but he is very much focusing on kind of the nuts and bolts of kind of practical exercises to do to work on your enunciation, work on your relaxation of your mouth. This one is articulation. It's called the most amazing articulation workout ever, because you got to have the clickbait title, regardless of, like, actually when you get down to it, he has the clickbait title, but then he says, okay, here's some exercises that if you do them every day, it will help to, I think he said, brighten and tighten your articulation of your voice. And I use quite a bit of his stuff for like kind of tongue twisters, and already kind of like, extending my neck all three ways, working on my breath, of working on that kind of expanding out at the bottom there, doing all that stuff. So this is for articulation, and it's 7 steps. Let's go through them together, or myself together. This is a good way for me to just learn stuff, and then maybe hopefully try at least incorporating it into my daily routine. Though I'm gonna, at a certain point I will accumulate so many goddamn exercises that maybe it'll be a case of, okay, one day I will do the tongue twisters, the next day I will do articulation workout. So let's go through them. Number 1 is create space, and this is creating space, opening up the back of your mouth. I think this is very much on the kind of the vowel side of things. So for this one, you're putting your teeth together, and you're imagining a ball in the back of your mouth, and imagine it getting bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. And I guess with all these exercises, it's like, don't do it to such an extreme. You're straining yourself, you're giving yourself a little bit of a workout, but smaller, and you want to do this bigger and smaller, gently, about 10 times. Yeah, you can definitely feel that there. The next step is working the lips. And for working the lips, you do exaggerated kind of a kiss thing out, and then sucking your lips in, like I got no teeth anymore. So out and in, and out and in, and out and in. And try not to have a running nose while you're doing this. So you do that 10 times each, so 20 times total, 10 times each, working those lips out and in, and out and in. It's very much getting things limber, feeling like a complete jackass here. Give me a pause for a second while I wipe myself, because that's not pleasant for me to look back on. Number 3 is working the tongue, and it's putting the tongue, tip of the tongue, just behind the front lower teeth, and pushing the back out. So try not to salivate all over yourself, apparently. And the other way is the tip of the tongue on the top, and pushing the bottom out 10 times. And definitely, I think definitely with all these exercises, doing them gently, I can see you kind of like, straining something. If like you're straining your tongue would not be a great thing. So that's working the tongue. Number 4 is working the face. And for working the face, that's making a big smiley face. Really kind of getting all this and the eyebrows. And then going from that to frowny face. And definitely incorporating the whole face in. And smile. And frown. And smile. And frown. And smile. And frown. God, such a jackass. Number 5 is doing a wide face. And for the wide face, it's kind of like it's a smiley face, but with a tongue out. So you're like, eyebrows up. And then screwing your face up. And then wide. And then round. And doing that 10 times. God, I can feel even like I'm doing this as a demonstration. I'm not going through the whole 10 times. I can definitely feel all the muscles engaging here. Yeah. So the next thing is number 6 is touch of sound, where you're doing a hum. So you're doing and you're trying to bring the hum forward in your mouth. Getting to where you can then use your lips, kind of a buh sound. And then with the tongue trilling up and down. I'm terrible at trilling. I'm no triller. I cannot roll my R's, and I cannot thrill. I'm terrible at trilling. I think there was a whole set of his other exercises, which was all about the kind of making all the that sound, and I do not have that. Whatever stiffness there is there, I have, and I do not. It was very frustrating. I ended up giving out those exercises. So yeah, you do all that. Give it a yawn. Kind of shake it out. Relax. And for number 7, it's consonant exercises. God, I think I misspelled it there on my notes. Consonant exercises. And here is where you're going through all the consonants in the alphabet, and doing the kind of a repetition with it, with an A at the end. It's like 9 B's with an A at the end. And then you go through them all. So this is ah, ba ka da fa ga ha ka la ma 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 na 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 pa 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 q q q q q q q q q q q q ka ah ra sa 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 ta 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 va 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 wa 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 ka 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 z z z z z z z z z z z z z za 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 za. So I don't know if I'm doing 9. There's a kind of a rhythm. Ba 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 ka 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 da 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 da. So you're doing runs of consonants. I'll probably have to go back and watch him do it to try and replicate his thing. So that does feel like it's one of these things. It is ridiculous. It is completely ridiculous. And you have to kind of get over that with a lot of these vocal exercises. And I'm it's one of these things of like, I think it's going to take me a year of doing all this exercises to see, is there actually a noticeable, appreciable difference in my speech with all of this? Or is it simply just the matter of showing up every day and doing something is going to kind of move that lever forward a little bit, just getting into the habit of working it out. But I think this amazing articulation workout, I can definitely feel it working out the muscles of my face. And as much as the muscles of my face, my tongue, you know, the sound, and doing the consonant exercises, I think as much as doing all that kind of on a repeated basis, maybe I will alternate it with my tongue twisters and stuff like that, is actually a good way to work on articulation, not being kind of as much of a mush mouth. Keeping in mind, as I always say with this, you know, he makes a point of saying, like, oh, you want people to listen to you, and a way to make people listen to you is to have a wonderful voice for them to listen to, which is a part of what makes you worth listening to. The other part of that is working on your content, which I think is the other part of my vocal presentation, which is how to structure a proper presentation, how to come up, how to work on your outline, making a good outline, choosing an interesting subject that you care about and that you have something to say about, I think is the other part of making what you say that much more urgent that people will want to listen to. I think there's that, as well as you can have a most wonderful sounding voice, but if you're just spouting shit, people will turn off. If you can have a wonderful voice, or, you know, a better voice than maybe what I had initially, and also kind of work on my presentation, on my outline, on my basically kind of the writing, the content of that these videos, that will also, those working in tandem is what will hopefully make me a more interesting person to watch online. Will a whole ton of people watch me? I doubt it very much. I think I am always going to be a very niche player in a smaller niche area of a smaller niche area of the internet. But that said, I can be the best little niche, little bit player in that ecosystem, and I can go from here to here, which will be a great thing, will be a great achievement for me. All right. I've been Jay. Thank you, Darren McStay. Your videos are always really good, solid, practical stuff on working on my vocal delivery, and I appreciate them. All right. I will leave it there. More videos later.